like separate faction, and they're both kind of similar. So we're gonna put some guards guarding. So the medieval faction is going to be the left side, and then we're gonna put the king down in here. Maybe a few healers. 1, 2, 3 healers. And then up, and then maybe some archers. Just a little bit. And the limit's gonna be 10,000, just so you know. That's just gonna be the limit. So we're gonna put a bunch of squires, because squires are just so good. And they're so cheap, so they're just like an overall such good unit. And then we're almost done. Okay? I mean, 100, 1,000, 10,100's okay. That's just okay. And then the dynasty. And by the way, there's no secret units allowed in this. We're gonna put a dragon down, because that's just a classic unit. We're gonna have 2 monkey kings, because they're just so good. And then we're gonna have 2 watches, just to like shoot from the angles. And then in the front, I'm gonna put some samurais to deflect the arrows. And also, I'm going to put some firework archers on the flank here, just for the advantage. So I can barely afford any. Okay, so this is about a fair match. So let's see the matchup. Okay, the king's getting healed. Oh, that catapult just devastated. Okay, my frames are dropping. No, the watcher went in the water. Okay, that's okay. I'm just gonna try to get this thing out. Okay, can't get it out. The water's just slowly getting rid of all its health. Oh, and the Monkey King's out there fighting. Oh, he just took out the catapult. I think the dragon's just gonna do so well breathing fire on them. But yeah, this is game over. The Monkey Kings are alive. Yeah. So the Dynasty faction won that. It wasn't very clear because you couldn't really see anything, but now let's do it with secret units. Although I do not think I have many secret units. Yeah, I have the ballooner, the teacher. I don't have any medieval units, I don't think. Yeah. Wait, guys, is the jester a medieval unit? I think the jester is. So now let's do the legacy. Of course, no super buff. Of course, we're not going to use any super peasant or the dark peasant, because those are just too overpowered. I'm actually, since the limit is 10k, I'm just going to put it down as super boxer. That's literally it. And I'm going to put it against the Wild West faction. And then I'm going to put a quick draw down. I want to maybe put some lassos up here, just for like the vibes, and just so like a flank. Nice flanking force. It's always nice to have. Okay, 2 lassos on the flank. We still have 5,000 more. I mean, the Deadeyes could be really deadly against the super boxer. And I'm gonna throw down some miners, some cactuses, and just 1 more miner, and that's 10,000 versus 10,000. I think the Deadeyes are just gonna immediately slaughter the super boxer, but we'll see. If this doesn't work, we'll actually use some of the legacy units. Oh, those Deadeye shots just went through. And the super boxer's wrecking house now. Oh man, let's see his health. Oh my! Okay, yeah. The super boxer's just not gonna do. The Super Boxer is really good, but just like a bunch against that many, it's just not gonna work. I'm gonna put some pikes, maybe. I mean, pikes are like really silly, you know, if you think about it. But like the pikes are just like so long that it's just like not even practical. I'm gonna put a big row of pikes. It's actually pretty helpful, but we only have 4,000 left. And I'm actually gonna use it. I'm actually gonna use banner bearers on the pikemen. Cause like if we make them stay, which will be really cool. What would be really cool if we could make the pikemen stay in place. So that's what I'm gonna try here. I'm also gonna try and put some blow darters because they're just super good against killing specialists. They're specialists at killing specialists. And I'm also the poachers. They're just insane. And the rest I'm just gonna put cheap infantry units, the peasants. They're just so cheap and so bad that they're actually good. Okay, this is about fair. Yeah, this is the fairest I can get. Okay, now let's try it. Okay, so that pike strategy worked until those horses came and totally messed up the formation. But it kind of worked. Like, the peasants are kind of staying put, which is not very great. But these deadeyes are just so deadly. And I do not think that they're gonna last. I cannot tell who's winning. Like, in all seriousness, cannot tell. Quick Draw is dead, I think. No, Quick Draw's alive. Okay, this game's over. That's GG. So I don't think the Legacy faction's good enough. I mean, I might have just messed up on the formation, but the Wild Waste faction is just amazing. Now we're gonna put that up against the Tribal faction. I'm tempted to actually do all mammoths. Wait. I'm not actually gonna do this, but what if we just put all spear throwers? I take it back. I'm actually gonna do this. But I don't think it'll work, and then we'll do another one after. But, I mean, it'll be funny if this actually works. Maybe that's good, and then we'll put some protectors in the front, just to clear out all those shots. Okay, so the trap faction can do a little bit overboard because they have a bunch of spear throwers, and it's just for the memes. Okay, let's start it. Oh, that horse! This horseman could have actually did really well. Oh, it would be cool if the horsemen were in the water and they lassoed those the spearmen into the water with them, but the spearmen are not doing very well. Okay, I have like no frames right now. Oh, yeah. I don't understand how they won. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, let's go to the different maps. A map that's actually practical or something. Let's go to the medieval one. I don't like medieval 2 because it's like I mean I do like medieval 2. It's just like there's too much stuff. I like this one because it's kind of like a battle of a bridge, you know. Battle of the bridge. Okay, so we're gonna put the medieval faction because they're like this is their home domain. And we're gonna put a few knights in there. And I think the healers are really OP because if you have like a lot of them, then they can really heal your king or whatever you're using. I'm not saying you have to use a king. I'm just saying if you're using the healers, you're probably going with the medieval faction. And if you're going with the medieval faction, the boss unit is the king, so you know what I mean. And I'm also just gonna put a few archers right here. Just, okay, that's good. And then I have them go against the Renaissance. I'm just gonna put a ton of painters in the front. Like 4 rows of painters just to distract. Painters are just so cheap, and then maybe 2 rows of fencers behind. Fencers are pretty good. They're probably the best. Like the halberds are just way too expensive. Actually, I'll put like a 1 row, but they deal a ton of damage. Yeah, that's just too much. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the halberds. Like they're just they're good, but like they're too expensive. Maybe I'll just like space them out a little. And then I'm gonna put some balloon archers. Balloon archers are musketeers. I think musketeers. Actually, balloon archers or musketeers? Musketeers. Balloon archers is kind of silly, but they're actually really practical. Okay, that's about as fair as it gets. Let's do this battle. Okay, so so the catapult's just gonna take out all of his own men, and most of the healers are healing that knight. I have no idea why. And then that knight died, so now they're all healing the king, which I wanted it to happen. Okay, now I have no frames. These muskets are just gonna, when the next salvo comes, they're just gonna dominate. But most of the priests are dead. Oh my. Only the king is alive. Oh, and now he's not. I mean, I think I kind of messed up on the medieval output, but that's just completely fair. I'm actually gonna put the legacy units again because they have really good potential. Like these pikemen are actually insane. On the last time I used them, like I just had them hold position, and that was just like I thought I had something, but that was not really the case. But these pikemen are actually insane when you place them with this flag bearer. They're insane. And then I'll get a pharaoh just to make them bow, you know, respectable. Some people want to make some people bow. Gotta respect it. I'll put a Thor in here in the very front, within the charging lines. And then I'll get some blow darters in the back. Because the blow darters are just like, they're just like so good at killing. And then I do not want them to have it in that charging thing. And then that's good. So we're going to have them up against the pirates. I think the pirates are like, they specialize in guns. Like I'm going to put some cannons back here. I'm going to put some and then I'm going to put some blunderbusses. Blunderbusses, sorry. And I'm also going to just put the rest in flint-knock pistols. They're just kind of like the peasants of the pirate faction. I have a feeling that with all the gunfire, my frames are going to drop completely to 0. I mean, not really. I mean, kind of when they dropped, kind of dropped. Okay, they're all bowing to the pharaoh. Did the pharaoh get taken out? Oh, dang, the pharaoh got taken out. Yeah, I think this is a clear W for the pirate faction. Yeah, those cannons just completely knocked out that pike charge. Yeah, did not go well for the legacy faction, let's say.